ready to go as we check out the Big Three standings. Season 2, three-headed monsters for the victory earlier tonight. Now it's 6-0. The Ball Hogs dropped to 1-5. The two teams up next, Power at 4-1, can clinch a playoff berth with a win, taking on the 2-3 Killer Threes. From Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, the Big Three comes to you from north of the border. Kenny Albert, Jimmy Jackson, Mike Rappaport, and Carissa Thompson on hand. A look at the co-captain of the Killer Threes, Metta World Peace, joined by Mike James and Alan Anderson as the starting lineup for head coach Charles Oakley, Corey Maggette, Cuttino Mobley, and Big Baby Glenn Davis for the Power, coached by the Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman. Power in white, Killer Threes in the black jerseys. First team to 50 wins the game. Halftime when one team hits 25. Here's Maggette. You were talking about him just a moment ago, Jimmy.
But the execution, the play was a misdirection play, quick pick and roll to get the defense to shift over. Now you hit a Corey Maggette who was able to catch the ball on the run and now get to the basket and finish. And I love this Power team. They have great depth. They can beat you from inside and out. They have post presence. Let's see if the Killer Threes.
Here's Metta World Peace. He had it knocked away by Cuttino Mobley.
5 seconds, let's go. Send the pick.
The head coach, the Hall of Famer.
Don't switch it. Don't switch it. Box out, box out.
There you go.
Josh Powell ties the game at 2.
We saw the, now. Let's go.
You know, quick shot of the coach, Nancy Lieberman, the calming presence of this Power team, and that's why they're able to execute, especially late down the stretch of games. It's all because of her demeanor.
Mobley with the putback.
Cat, don't switch it. Don't switch it. Come over the top. We're over the top.
What's her message, Jimmy?
No,
well, she doesn't want to switch the pick and roll. She wants guys to go over the top and not put them in a situation where they have a mismatch, especially in the post. And it'd be interesting to see from the Killer Threes, you see the shot clock going down.
Here's Big Baby.
That's a big blow down there, but to finish my thought, Stephen Jackson is not here. He's the heart and soul of this Killer 3 team. Scoring, defense, emotion, not playing. So who kind of fills that void? Is it one player or is it a combination of 2 or 3 that can make up for his absence? And Big Baby on the post. Josh Powell, really not too much you could do about that, my man. Big Baby that time, just a half a second slow getting there to take the charge, but how about a lateral movement that time to get over there?
6-2 lead for Power. Here's Maggette, rebounded by Metta World Peace. Driving on Cuttino Mobley.
What? You didn't take it back. What? You didn't take it back. You didn't take it back. You didn't take it back. Don't say nothing. You didn't take it back.
Charles Oakley, head coach of the Killer Threes.
Yeah, and on that possession right there, Metta didn't clear the three-point line all the way. Hence, the ball was turned over, so that's what Oak was telling.
Mobley in and out from 3, rebounded by Alan Anderson.
Box out.
Anderson puts up the 3.
Come on, let's go. By yourself, by yourself.
Maggette, guarded tightly by Metta World Peace. Oh, Powell comes over to knock it back out.
Come on, let's go.
You mentioned Killer Threes without Stephen Jackson scores 22 points in a victory for the Killer Threes last week.
Somebody cut.
Here's Glenn Davis. Nice touch. Big Baby with his second field goal.
Do it. Just do it.
Right, your shoes okay?
8-2 lead for Nancy Lieberman and the Power.
Go hard, let's go.
set by Powell for Anderson. Anderson over Davis.
Yeah, but see, and that's a prime example now with Nancy telling her team not to switch. So now you have Big Baby that has to guard Alan Anderson on the perimeter, which is in his favor. She'd rather keep a guard on the guard.
Come on, let's go.
Here's Coutinho Mobley from three. Davis was fouled underneath.
Get our Powell out. Get his ass out.
You got Corey. Right now.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Powell. Let's go.
Sub. Sub.
Substitutions. Quentin Richardson checks in for Power, replacing Corey Maggette. Josh Powell will sit down.
I thought Quentin Richardson last week was a key contributor right here, knocking down shots. This one got blocked. But in the game last week, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Hit some big shots for this Power team.
Ryan Hollins in the game for killer threes.
Stay down, stay down, stay down.
2-point lead for Power. They clinch a playoff spot with a win tonight. Here's Davis working inside on Hollins, and he does not get the roll. Hollins with the rebound.
Yeah, great defense that time by Ryan Hollins. By staying down, he forced Big Baby to try to shoot over the top and wasn't able to finish.
Anderson from three. Foul for the rebound. Hollins has it. The putback is no good. Rebounded by Quentin Richardson.
Stay down, stay down, stay down. There you go, shoot it,
Big
shoot it.
Baby lost the handle. Hollins slams it home.
Yeah, but how about the recognition that time by Alan Anderson?
Stop switching.
Knowing that you didn't have to clear it, able to hit Ryan Hollins right underneath for an easy two.
It's your help.
So that's 6 straight points, Jimmy, for the killer threes. They have tied the game at 8. Kick basketball.
Again, the presence of mind. Turnover, quick pass, easy basket.
Birdman, Chris Anderson has checked in for Power, replacing Glenn Davis. This is Birdman, Chris Anderson, short. And now the killer threes with the opportunity to take the lead.
Come on, Ron, Ron, come on.
Anderson driving, dishing off.
Give me a timeout. Timeout.
Charles Oakley wants a timeout.
Timeout, let's go. Come on, let's go, let's go. Little bit, look. Let's go, come on.
Power got out to the early lead. Killer threes have worked their way back. Power can clinch a playoff berth with a victory tonight here in Toronto. Big Three on FS1 is sponsored by Mile 22, starring Mark Wahlberg in theaters August 17th. Tied at 8 in Toronto. Power and killer threes to Mike Rappaport.
All right, I'm here with Corey. Corey Maggette is leading the league in scoring and assists. If you guys win this game, you clinch a playoff berth. How does that make you feel so far?
Well, it feels good that everyone has been working extremely hard, and it starts with our coach, Nancy, has been doing a great job of preparing us. But all our players have character. They want to win. They come with the right attitude, and that's what it's about.
And what do you think about this game so far? These guys obviously don't have their captain, Steven Jackson. What do you guys need to do to pull out the win, Corey?
Well, you know when you have a wounded dog, you bag him up in the corner, he's still going to fight. So, again, this team is going to fight. They got a lot of good players in their team, and we still have to respect them as athletes on the floor.
All right, well, congratulations on a good season. Good luck tonight. Guys?
All right, thanks, Mike. Corey Maggette averaging over 19 points per game this season in the Big Three. Quentin Richardson taps it into the Power, back up by 2.
I think it's important to understand, too, we have ultra-talented guys on the court. Former NBA players, long career. See a block shot by Quentin, making his presence felt with another layup. So the thought process is that they're going to get out here and just play. But that's why the coaching is so important, to put you in positions, offensively and defensively, to be successful. Even though a lot of these guys had storied careers, the coach is as big of a part of the success of winning as the players on the floor.
How can he come up under me like
Corey Maggette mentioned the coaching of Nancy Lieberman, and Jimmy, it was very impressive watching Nancy coaching up her team at practice yesterday here in Toronto.
Well, it's the subtle things, okay? How do you communicate with a player? Each player, each team is a little bit different, but her approach is we're going to talk about things, understand the philosophy of what we want to do, and then go out and execute.
Birdman first bucket.
Hey, since I put y'all in there on 6-0 run, there is on a 6-0
See, this is why this power team is so tough. Big Baby goes out. See a pick right here. Offensive foul, but Chris Andersen gives you a different kind of post player.
I told him.
Okay, he's going to be a finisher, a rim runner, rebound. He's going to play defense on the pick and roll. That's why this power team, I think, is probably one of the most balanced teams that we have in the league.
They've scored 6 straight points following the timeout. Here's Birdman. Hollins made contact. Ryan Hollins commits the personal foul.
Yeah, but Chris Andersen is laughing a little bit on that pass. Kind of lost his footing, because if he didn't lose his footing, he would have been to the basket and scored.
They have 4 fouls.
He can't hurt you out here.
14-8 lead for Power. Halftime when first team hits 25 points. 50 wins the game, must win by 2. Here's Hollins rejected by the Birdman.
There it is, making his presence felt.
Quentin Richardson unable to hit from 3. Then a world peace brings it back out. He puts up a 3 short.
And Nancy wants Catino is imploring his guys to go to the hole, because now you can get in the penalty if you pick up a foul.
Corey Maggette, nice touch.
And I think it's important that you understand when you're close enough to get to the penalty. Now put the onus on the defense to guard you off the dribble.
What a world peace, off balance. Well, Mike Chadwick with Corey Maggette, 97 points over the first 5 weeks to lead the Big 3. Carlos Boozer and Reggie Evans tied for the league lead in rebounding. Maggette atop the assist leaderboard, and Al Harrington leading the league in steals.
I think it says a lot about his dedication, one, to come back and be healthy. As you get older, you don't heal the same, especially with an injury. His injury like Corey had last year, but to be able to come back and not only play at a high level, but lead the league in points and also assists, speaks volumes to the type of player that he is.
The average, averaged 20-plus points 3 times during his NBA career.
Attack them. Get open. Get open.
Played in over 800 games, scored a Big 3 record, 34 points 3 weeks ago. Here's Quentin Richardson, tapped in by Chris Andersen.
And you got to find Chris Andersen, because he may be out on the perimeter, but you got to put a body on him, because if you don't, we saw this through his career in the NBA. He's so good at hunting down loose balls, keeping possessions alive, but you got to put a body on him. Watch him just come through here. He got right inside of Ryan Evans, and that was an easy tip.
Great job, Chris.
That's 10 straight points for Power coming out of the timeout. Remember, it was 8-8 at the time.
Well, again, making the adjustments on the bench. And again, the team responds to Coach Lieberman.
Anderson strips Hollins.
Lay down. By yourself. Lay down. Lay down. By yourself.
A look from Ref Cam here in Toronto.
Lock out.
Richardson from 3.
All right, let's go.
Go to the rim.
And now Big Baby checks back in for Power, replacing Birdman Chris Andersen.
He pushing you around. You said one. You can't let him push you around.
There's the camera on the head of the official.
He's doing what he wants with you.
Keep shooting that.
Tino Mobley checks back in, replacing Quentin Richardson for Power.
He's made basket.
Be aggressive.
Power with a 10-point lead. They've scored the last 10 points.
Sit down.
Allen Anderson over Mobley. Rebounded by Davis.
Aggressive.
Get ready for the roll.
Big Baby puts up a 3. Nails it.
Yeah, Josh Bowers was daring Big Baby to shoot it. Big Baby got his feet set and said, why not?
13 straight points for Power, as the foul is committed by Davis.
Big fella, you want it? You want it? I'll take it.
Here we go, baby. Keep it on this side. Shrink it.
Such a great personality. Brings so much energy. And the crowd, not only his teammates, but the crowd feeds off of it.
Here's There's Powell, and that ends the 13-0 run by Power.
Attack 'em.
Again, the
Attack.
challenge with just killer three teams is you don't have your leading scorer. And he gave you so much more. Just getting baskets and force teams to have to double him at times, and he opened up shots for his teammates. You don't have that asset right now. So it's going to be a challenge for killer threes. Put the ball in the hoop.
By the way, Big Baby did hit 10 three-point field goals in his NBA career. 10 for 55. Not a bad percentage for a big man. Foul committed by Allen Anderson. Setting Cuttino Mobley to the free throw line.
Make this. You guys are great. You guys are amazing.
Oh!
Hey, get to the line again. Way to play. Hey,
Run,
come on,
sit that
MVP.
way.
13-point lead for Power.
Get him to the middle.
They will clinch a playoff spot with a victory tonight. Big Baby takes it inside. And that will take us to halftime. Nancy Lieberman's Power with a 15-point lead over Charles Oakley and the Killer Threes. Big Baby leading away with 7 points. Over to Mike Rappaport.
All right, I'm grabbing the Birdman, even though he doesn't want to talk to me. Birdzilla, you guys might clinch this playoff spot. How you feeling?
It ain't over until it's over. We ain't clinching nothing. We're focused on right now. I feel great. We're playing very sequenced ball game right now. We're attacking their offense and defensive areas so we can get to the free throw line and get the ball back.
All right, Zilla, keep doing your thing.
Hey, man.
Wait, what do you want to say?
How did that podcast go?
The podcast went great. Thanks for showing up, by the way. That was awesome.
Hey, I had to get my rest for today.
Oh, okay, no problem.
40.
I appreciate that. I did a podcast like Zilla said he was showing up, and lo and behold, Zilla didn't show up.
So we have finally figured out Mike's whereabouts last night.
And
here
he
in
doesn't have
Toronto.
unprecedented access either.
Yeah, unprecedented. 15-point lead for Power at the half. Back in a moment.
An exclusive documentary series is coming to Fox, everybody. Follow the NFL's #1 draft pick as he navigates his way through the complex world of professional football. All the way up, Baker Mayfield Part 1, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fox, or stream it on Fox Sports app. Power's up 15 at the half. Corey Maggette, who's the league leading scorer and also the leader in assists, doing work for his team right now. Birdman told our Michael Rappaport at halftime that it ain't over until it's over, but a win for Power means they are in. This isn't the first game of the night, in case you missed it. We had a very good one on Facebook, and recap that for you. A few highlights, a great game for the three-headed Monsters. Now remember, they're the only undefeated team, but the Ball Hogs try to do work. Jermaine Taylor did his part, dropped 18 points, but wasn't enough. Reggie Evans dropped 24 points as well. His coach, Gary Payton, was very happy with that performance. Remember, they're the only undefeated team, so they have secured their position in the playoffs with a final score on that one of 51-45. So there's the stars of Game 1, everybody. As I mentioned, Reggie Evans with 24 points, and Jermaine Taylor, unfortunately, just wasn't enough. Their playoff hopes are not completely squashed. We'll give you more on that. The guys will break down how they are going to have a close eye on that Threes Company Tri-State game in just a little bit. Look at Rappaport, looks enthusiastic. He's still upset that Birdman didn't make his podcast. We'll talk about it later, Rapp. You look great. Don't forget, though, you guys, all the action for Big 3 starts on Facebook next week. Turn into Facebook.com/Big3 on Fox. Tip-off on that one at 7 p.m. You don't want to miss any of the big games. We got a great game happening right now in this game, you guys. How about Big Baby doing work for Power, a win, and they are in. Jimmy talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast that Corey Maggette was doing his part, said he needed to be more aggressive, and now you got Big Baby doing work from the outside. Are you kidding me? Dropping the three. Right now, he's got his team up by 10 at the half. All right, and no Steven Jackson for his squad, so can they make up for it in the second half? Let's get a full breakdown from the guys, Kenny and Jimmy. It's all yours.
All right, thanks very much, Carissa. Remember, at one point, Jimmy, this game was tied 8 apiece. Since that time, 17-2 in favor of Power.
Well, it's Power, their ability to beat you inside, to beat you outside. All five players that played scored the basketball, so that's tough to stop, especially when you're challenged like Killer Threes by not having a scoring punch. Let's see how Coach Oakley and his players make the adjustment in the second half, trying to put the ball in the basket.
Metta World Peace drives and hits. He was fouled. That's his first bucket. He had missed his first 8 attempts from the field.
Well, you can see right here the emphasis to get the ball to the basket. This time not settling for a jump shot. Corey Maggette reaches down at the end, and maybe this is a formula for success for this Killer 3 team, which is spread you out, take you off the dribble, try to get into the penalty, the free throw line, score some baskets.
Metta World Peace completes the 3-point play. 12-point lead for Power. Big Baby led the way, 9 points in the first half.
There you go. Good D. Take it up.
Off the turnover. Metta World Peace taps it in following the Powell miss, so he has scored the first 5 points of the second half.
A little physical defense that time by Metta World Peace forced Maggette to turn it over. Josh Powell couldn't finish the ball inside, but it was Metta clean it up.
Metta World Peace with the rebound. Good start to the second half for him. He fires in and out. Maggette chasing it down. Maggette driving on Powell. He was fouled.
Again, you drive the ball, put the onus on the defense to have to guard you off the dribble. You pick up a foul. Again, one of the strategies is to get in the penalty early. Get in the penalty early. Now you get to the free throw line. You retain possession.
Get ready. Get ready. That's okay. Stay down, Ron. Stay down, Ron.
Here's Big Baby, puts up another 3. He's 2 for 2 from downtown.
And here's the quandary. It's like, okay, he hit one. Do I really go out and guard him? Okay, he hits the second one. Now you do have to give him that respect and get a little bit closer and not just allow him just to line it up.
Metta World Peace now with 7 second half points, and he picks up a technical foul.
Well, I'm glad to see that Metta walked away, because not that the ball is by him, because he kicked the ball in Detroit. He got kicked out the game. So
how's that not a foul?
You know they terrible.
Killer Threes can't allow him with Steven Jackson already out.
We thought he was fouled.
Keep playing.
Let's see if Metta has a point here. Gets to the basket. Not too much. I mean, he plays defense the same way with his chest. I think he got away with one against Corey Maggette with the same kind of play that they did in ball.
You out. You out. Hold the ball. Hey, he out. Go in. You going in. Go in. He out. He out. He's out. You in. You in. What I say? Go in. I want to sub.
Charles Oakley would like Mike James to enter the game. Who's coming out?
You in the game.
Well, he's telling him to get Metta. And Metta's telling him, oh, he's not coming out. This is the first.
No, what I say? You in the game. He's out. You out. He's out.
Well, Charles Oakley would like Metta World Peace to go to the bench.
You out the game. You out. I did. No, you did. Sit your ass down. Come on, pick it up. Play ball. Go to the back.
So this is James, who entered the game for Metta World Peace, and has his shot rejected by Davis. Mobley gets his own rebound, and the putback, and the foul. All right, one more look at Charles Oakley as he wanted Metta World Peace to come out of the game. Mike, what did you see?
I saw Metta World Peace get the technical, try to calm himself down, and I think Oakley's trying to remain in control of the team. He went for make the substitution. And Meta being Meta, Oakley being Oakley. These are two very tough, stuttering. And I think Meta did the right thing because you don't want to push Oakley to the limit, and obviously you don't want to push Meta to the limit. But Charles Oakley, he's the coach, and he's the OG, and he's the Silver Fox, and he's Oak. But I've never seen anything like that from such strong personalities before. Now Oakley is on the court. Charles Oakley is on the court. Guys, Charles Oakley is on the court.
Thanks, Steve.
That's a charge.
Well, I mean,
Hey, nice
it's
job, guys. Nice
a lot
job,
of implications
Corey.
here on this game because Killer Threes
See it.
right now
Shrink it.
at
Shrink
2
it.
and 3 are trying to keep the pace and momentum to be able to play in the playoffs. So there's a lot of emotions right now.
They cannot clinch a berth tonight in the postseason, and they cannot be eliminated. But a victory will go a long way towards a playoff spot.
And you don't want to lose. You want to win this game to keep yourself in the hunt.
Only 2 regular season games remaining following this one, as Mobley was fouled by James.
Sub. Beat.
Now Ryan Hollins checks in for the Killer Threes. Birdman back in for
They got
Power.
4.
Big Baby to the bench.
Lock out.
Mobley hits the free throw. 18-point lead. Some fireworks on the Killer Threes bench. Point lead for Power. Over to Mike Rappaport.
All right, I'm here with the Amityville Horror, Mike James. By the way, Mike, I saw you in practice the other day busting your butt. You guys have a very, let me say the word combustible team. What was going on out there with you, Oak, and Meta in that substitution?
Well, we had miscommunication. I think Meta didn't know he was coming out, and Oak wanted him out, so it was a little tough. But I think that we got it together now.
Have you ever thought about running for public office?
I thought about it.
Great answer, Mike, fellas.
Mike James, a former teammate of yours in both Miami and Houston.
Yeah, not surprised to hear how hard he works in practice. I saw it up and close and personal because he had so much to prove once he got into the NBA that he belonged. He just had to outwork
Hey, Ron, come up high. Stay in the corner.
everyone else in order to really maintain the level of play that he was accustomed to. So he was very political in that answer right there, too.
He won a championship in Detroit, had his best season here in Toronto, averaged over 20 per game back in 05-06, and yes, he is from Amityville, Long Island. You ever see the movie?
Amityville Horror, of course.
Great job.
This is Hollins at the line.
Off.
Did you get scared when you saw the Amityville Horror, Jimmy?
I don't get scared.
Oh, okay. You didn't get scared when you saw Amityville Horror?
No.
All right.
I know you did.
No, I'm
Yes, you did.
I did.
I think that Chris Anderson has a future as an actor in horror films. A 7-foot, tattooed, bearded nut job. Like maybe like the way he like dunks people's heads or something like that. Like Jason.
I can see it.
Jason Redux.
Latino Mobley. Mike, I think Birdman would have been perfect alongside yourself in Prison Break back in the day.
He would be fantastic. I seriously think him and Gary Payton, off the top of my head, and Scalabrini as a comedic actor, there's a lot of talent in front of the camera here.
I would like to see Chris Anderson like in Fast and the Furious as one of the drivers.
Absolutely.
You know it, he would kill it in that. Let me ask you a question. Who did you have to pay to get on Prison Break?
Who did I have to what?
Pay to get on Prison Break. Who did you have to pay?
Oh my God, Jimmy.
Mike is speechless for the first time tonight.
I'm still waiting for the world is waiting for the answer, Mike. Unless you got a pretty good darn agent, I know that.
I'm a worldwide talent, Jack. You
Oh,
know
are
this.
you? You worldwide?
Worldwide and international hero.
You worldwide?
Worldwide.
Everybody knows you.
Even in Toronto.
Worldwide with unprecedented access.
Okay. Well, I got something for you there.
Okay, Ryan Holland.
Come on, we need a couple stops.
He walked.
Come on, we need some stops. Talk to him, Ryan.
13-point lead for Power, 39-26. Maggette found the lane.
Go get that, Ryan. Come on.
Battling with Anderson.
Hey, Kenny, guess what? This is how worldwide our guy Michael Rappaport is. You see all the names? Michael Rappaport. and he's at the bottom. So all this unprecedented access and worldwide, you're at the bottom of the list, and they didn't even spell your name right. Michael Rappaport.
Do you not think a lawsuit is not pending about this already?
Let's go.
I mean, the lawyers already got the paperwork on this thing. Do you have something to do with this, Jackson?
Nothing. I plead the fifth.
They ran out of ours. Here in Toronto. Meta World Peace back in the game for the Killer Threes. Remember, he had the strong start to the second half and then picked up a technical foul. His coach, Charles Oakley, wanted him to come out of the game. He did not agree. Finally went to the bench and now is back on the floor.
Good, Ron, both up.
Box out, box out. Stay down.
Take it.
Help him.
Charles Oakley, of course, a former Toronto Raptor, played 3 seasons north of the border.
And enjoyed his time here. I mean, Oak, wherever he went, was like a mentor. When we were in Houston, he came in on the back end and his knowledge. But he also challenged a lot of players, too, because he's been through the system. He's been part of winning teams.
You got to give him one, okay?
And his knowledge was invaluable, especially for young post players.
Watch the roll. Watch the roll. Watch the roll.
You have a connection to everybody in this league, Joey?
I should. I played on 12 teams, right? Listen, my degrees of separation are not 6. It's more like 2 right now. But, you know, the beautiful part of it is I've been able to gain a lot of friendships. See right there, none of this layup, block shot. But the friendships that a number of players, I lived in great cities, great organizations.
Rebound.
So long term, it benefited me.
Ryan, stay back.
Be ready, be ready.
You know, just from a
Come on.
knowledge perspective and having great contact.
Maggette hits a 3, extending the Power lead. It is now 44-28, 6 points away from a victory and a playoff berth.
How about the unselfish play this time by this Power team? Quentin Richardson could have forced a shot, but the ball movement right here, off a little pick, pulls the defense in, and now you're able to hit your open man. Whether he makes the shot or not, those are the kind of shots you want to get. You want to give yourself an opportunity to get high percentage shots, and you do that by moving the ball, moving your body, and playing unselfishly.
Nancy Lieberman and the Power clinch a playoff berth with a victory tonight. Big Baby back in the game, replacing the Birdman, Chris Anderson. By the way, we saw Big Baby hit a second 3 earlier this half. Something he never accomplished in an NBA game. 2 3-point field goals.
Well, you know, he's showing that he can get it done. But watch this move here. Watch how physical it is. Q going up to initiate the contact. Big Baby, Ryan Hollins thinks he's going back out, almost a la Michael Jordan right there with the reverse pivot inside.
Short. Either way, you're up.
Here's Meta World Peace. He's fouled.
Push Baby out to the wing. Sub. Make sure he knows we're...
Over to Mike.
You know, Meta World Peace, obviously, with the name change and the incident that happened in Detroit, a lot of people forget about the basketball player that he was. And I remember I was doing something for the All-Star game. I believe it was 2005. This was the year before the incident when he was with Indiana. The All-Star game practice, which is, I mean, the least practice you'll ever go to. Guys were coming in late. Guys smelled like they had been out all night. Ron Artest was there before the practice, 2 hours early, working out with Carlisle, the coach of the Indiana Pacers, full sweat. And, you know, obviously Meta's gotten into his things and his personality and his elbows with the James Hardens.
Take your time,
But, you know, Meta World Peace, formerly known as Ron Artest, is and was a fantastic basketball player. Very skilled, very fundamental.
Great point, Mike. I think a lot of people forget about how talented Meta was, especially when he first came in the league.
Finish it up, Corey.
You know, you didn't know how to define his game early because he wasn't a jump shooter. He just knew how to play. He beat you on the post, got out in transition, but you can't put aside the player that he was. He made his mark early in the league when he was in Chicago.
We were in practice yesterday here, and I would say Meta World Peace took a couple of hundred shots, similar to what the Mike referenced in that All-Star game. Very impressive here at the practice court here in Toronto at the arena. He was out there for about 45 minutes shooting.
Yeah, I think what gets, probably didn't get the credit, he did a little bit, but he's a heck of a defensive player. I mean, new positioning on the court, maybe not the fastest, but he anticipated angles, especially with guys that were quicker than him. He was able to be a little bit more physical than players at the time, so.
Yeah. Wait till he gets here.
Ron was able, or Meta, was willing to do it.
All right, Power 2 points away from a victory. And the Birdman finishes it off. He does. Power clinches a postseason berth in the Big Three.
Well, the formula is not that hard to figure it out. If you share the basketball, success will come. You will be able to get easy baskets, and this is the perfect way for this Power team to win the game because they played so unselfish all season long. Pass could have had a shot, but you know what? I'm going to hook my teammate up for a better one, and Birdman can finish as well as anybody in the league.
So Power goes to 5-1 on the season. The emphatic slam by Birdman. Chris Anderson, his teammate, Glenn Big Baby Davis led the way with 14 points, including 2 3-point field goals. So for the Hall of Famer, Nancy Lieberman, a victory, a postseason berth. Over to Mike Rappaport. Mike.
We're a very, very belligerent Cuttino Mobley. Guys got a real. No, what's the problem? We're on live TV. What?
Listen, man. I don't have time for this. Do somebody else, man.
Yo, get over here. He's from Philadelphia. You guys clinched a playoff spot. In all seriousness, how does it feel?
Feels good, man. Seriously, it feels good. We knew because Jack wasn't here, we had to jump on them quick because they had some really good guys. And I'm just proud of our guys. You know what I mean? We got a couple more games, and let's finish. See where we finish.
Now, people think that you actually don't like me and you actually don't like being interviewed me. Tell the people, tell the world, is that true or not? Wow. Kenny?
Not sure what Mike did to Cuttino. Well, Cuttino Mobley and the Power clinch a playoff berth. They defeat the Killer Threes. Much more to come. Carissa Thompson up next here in Toronto.